Hello, Mr. Gheorghiu.
Hello, how are you?
Good, good. Yourself?
Trying to get some interesting games today
Perfect.
also. Yeah.
Perfect. Looking forward to see.
Yeah.
All right. So here is Hamm Open in Germany, I guess.
Yeah, it was a very important string of tournaments, about six of them played in Germany in that time, and the winner of this one could win in general. I mean, the Mephisto Cup. It was the name of
The
this
circuit.
competition was Mephisto Cup, and the player who could win more tournaments between these six, for instance, three, four of them, and of course, trying to win this one also, the Hamm Open, could be sure that he could become the winner of this important German competition. Okay, it was a decisive game, and my opponent was a talented German player. And the game is most instructive because of many tactics we'll have during the game. You'll see.
Okay.
So we played the so-called Queen's Indian, and after b6, g3, bishop a6 instead of bishop b7 is a little bit more provocative. Black tries to get quickly a good game. I played also bishop a6, by the way, against Kasparov once, and it's okay. It's very interesting. Black has a normal game and is very complicated, you see. But if both players play well, white has always a slight edge, Yeah. So after bishop b4 check, bishop d2, bishop e7. So now bishop g2, c6. And now I played bishop c3. It was very modern in that time. The alternative was here knight c3, but okay, after knight c3 some other game. So bishop c3, and after d5, knight e5. White has always a small edge, not too much, but it's very pleasant to play with white. The alternative was instead of knight e5 to play immediately normally knight bd2, knight bd7, castle, rook e1, also very slight advantage for white, trying to get immediately e4 later on. Okay, so after knight e5, knight fd7.
You said something when I was looking on this game. If he played here, the
Knight,
other knight.
The other knight, he loses immediately because the pawn from c6
yes, he's hanging.
is hanging, and if
Yes.
black loses the c6 pawn, he loses the game very quickly.
Correct,
So,
correct,
yeah.
yes.
So okay, knight d7 is a good move. So after knight takes d7, knight takes d7, knight d2, and now f5. f5 was played first by Korchinoi. Black is trying to close the center, the threat was immediately e4, better game for white. And after castle, have maybe some good game on the other side, on the queen side, by playing himself b5. That is the idea, later on. Okay, so f5, castle, and rook c1. Of course, white has to come quickly on the c file, So, okay, rook c1, rook b8, rook e1. Well, everything is clear. And now b5. Well, black tries to get some active game on the queen side. So now white takes in d5, has to take with c, of course, because otherwise, if he takes with e, the pawn from c6 is easy to attack, later on. So c takes d5, of course, and now knight f3 is good move. Knight f3, b4, bishop d2, and now queen a5. Well, queen a5 looks very nice, very active, but now white has a very nice choice in that position. White could play immediately a4 or even a3 with some better game, I mean, some initiative for white, or my move that I played in our game, rook c6. Well, it's clear that after a3, for instance, it's very bad for black to take with the queen, because after rook a1, he can resign. But of course, he has to go back with queen b6 or something like this. Small edge for white, not much, but a little bit better. Rook c6 is the most active move that I played. Okay, rook c6.
But why you didn't retrieve this bishop here, for example, when one was here?
Because
Just to
the
keep
bishop.
this?
No, the bishop from d2 is more active than the bishop from b2. In b2, it doesn't do anything. It's very, without play. I mean, in b2 doesn't play. In d2, it's okay, and later on, it would be a very, very important piece for white. You see,
On
the
this
bishop
side.
from d2, yeah.
On this side, I guess.
On this side, in the
Right.
center, and the king side also. So d2 in d2 is much better. Okay, he played normally rook b6. Okay, good move. So I played queen c2, and now he played queen b5. He's attacking the rook. Now white has to play rook c7, because if he takes in c6 in b6, we have nothing with white. You see.
Yeah.
So rook c7. This is a little bit risky because white wants to take a pawn from a7. But then the rook is a little bit out of play and could be attacked very easily, So we'll see during the game, you see. So bishop d6, and now I took in a7. He played rook, bishop b8, and now, very strange, you have to go only in a8 with the rook. But
Tony square.
yes, in such a position, as very strange.
Yeah.
If you look. And it was clear. It seems very risky, but it's okay for white. White is preparing a very nice combination that it will be played during the game later on, you see. But I prepared all this when I accepted to enter such a position when I played rook c6. That was the beginning. Playing rook c6, it was clear that later on we come to this position with the rook in such a strange position in a8, you see. So, okay, everything will be forced from now on. He's playing very well rook c8, of course, queen b1, and now rook c6, also very active now. And now I play knight g5. The move knight g5 is preparing the next combination, which is very, very unclear if you look at first sight like this, but it's very good, and later on it proves to be decisive, you see. So now, after knight g5, he played queen b7, and it seems that black is all right. And here, the German player proposed draw, in such a position. And, the answer was very, very funny. You see, the rook is attacked in a8, and now white plays another move, which gives the rook from a8, you see. So I played knight takes a6. Pardon, e6. Knight takes a6.
I was expecting here to maybe
take
a bishop or something.
You could take in a6 or in b8, but then you don't have anything with white. It's not clear at all. You see, I exchange down and some compensation with white, but like this is very complicated. The sacrifice is correct, and black has to be very careful, but it's a little bit too late. You see. Because now you have to accept to take the rook, or if you take in e6, queen takes f5, and the strong attack continues for white. And it's very unclear. It's probably black is in big trouble already. So okay, he took in e8. Yeah, in e8. I took in d5. Now everything is more or less, clear why it's so dangerous. So he played king h8, goes away with the king, and now queen takes f5, and we see the result of that combination. White sacrificed the rook, but has a very strong attack, and the attack is probably decisive already because he's very, very strong, and black has no good compensation and no good defense here, you see. He's pinned all over, and is nothing to do against the threat knight g5. Knight g5 is terrible, So has to move here, has to move the queen, otherwise it's pinned, the big diagonal.
Yeah.
And now after knight g5, the attack is completely, decisive. You don't have any defense here because it's mate in one. So the only good defense is knight f6, it seems.
Yeah.
And now...
But here wasn't a good...
what else?
G6?
No, after knight g6, after g6,
knight here?
Queen f7, or even check in f7. Yeah, King, knight f7 check, king g7, bishop h6 check, and it's almost mate. It's terrible also. He attacks the queen, but the attack continues. You see, so this is the problem.
Yeah.
No, the attack is much too strong here already. So after knight f6, white recaptures the rook, and the attack continues. This is the problem for black. You see. So knight f7 check, king g8, and now the surprise, knight d8 check, and now everything is clear. King h8, knight takes e6, rook takes e6, I took, now he is exchanged down for nothing. And queen takes d4, bishop e3, queen d6, and queen c5, and black resigned. Well, it was very funny. The attack was, unexpected like this. It seemed that black was all right, more or less like this. The rook in a8 was trapped.
Out of game, yes.
Yeah, but the attack on the other side was very powerful, and all the white pieces came very quickly, you see. And therefore, in just a few moves, the game was practically decided,
Yes.
Very, very beautiful game. So I won the game, I won the tournament, I won the Mephisto Cup, and that was Beauty Prize, published all over the world after this.
This game.
Yeah, but it was okay. The game was very beautiful. Yeah.
True.
Yeah.
Thank you, Mr. Gheorghiu.
All right.